wo o o, li I I, ga a ax, roll, roll, roll. Ooh. A person who is in love becomes just a little bit happier. So, love is overrated. If a person finds no love, no problem. Being alone, a person misses almost nothing. Because in the end, people who are in love are two different things, two different people. A parent can tell his child to take love less seriously. Why? The parent lived his life, experienced something like love, knows what is nonsense and what is not. Romance. A woman and a man are evil, but are different in other things. As I heard, a man has 10 times more testosterone. A woman has a vagina, a man has a penis. A vagina and a penis fit, including in length. Physically, a woman and a man fit. A man wants to achieve something, for example, to build a small aeroplane. I'm sorry, but how much porn is for a woman done and how much is for a man? Is there porn for a woman at all? Love exists. Love is between two people who are sexually attracted to each other and who have a similar opinion. Two people, for example, a man and a woman. Here are examples of not similar opinions. Not similar. Is there love in the examples? Person 1 thinks that his mother gave him everything, including life and paid education. Person 2 says that the mother is nothing but a regular woman. Person 1 believes in horoscope. Person 2 believes that horoscope is harmful because it assumes an important decision made based on horoscope while it is just a crook imagining stuff behind horoscope, yeah? Person 1 thinks that a cat is born to catch a mouse in the street. Person 2's cat should be kicked out of home. Some people do not speak the same language, can't learn opinions of each other. Is there love without a word said? An opinion because it takes intellect, reflects personality. There is an opinion that a person does not have to do anything. The opinion takes intellect. I recall that physically a person just needs to eat in order to live. That's it. I recall that I do not have letters in front of my eyes that I have to do anything. I recall that I was born without my consent. I induce all of it on other people. Just to like or to dislike does not take intellect. Yeah, as I heard, a worm or a retarded person likes or dislikes too, including from food. I like dance music. Another person likes it too. It doesn't matter. We can listen to music together. It doesn't matter. We already breathe together. A person who is less than 25 years old does not love. The person is not smart, does not differ himself from a stone, does not have an opinion, does not love. As I heard, a brain grows till 25 years. Love is not only about physical intimacy. As I heard, physical intimacy makes people like each other, metaphorically bonds people. A person has a pleasure and associates the pleasure with a source of the pleasure. Associates a pleasure from a touch or an orgasm with another person. I eat a banana, it is tasty. I think that I like the banana. It is similar with stroking a cat. But a person can have physical intimacy with 49 people or 49 people at the same time, but love no one of them if opinions are not similar. Here are my opinions. Not being evil is important, or even most important. Evil is harming another being. Next, love exists. Next, life can be just a little bit happy. It is similar with love. Death does not matter too much. Next, I just live. Except that I differ what is evil, I am an animal. I do not feel that I am a man by gender, but if I had to choose, I would choose that I am a man. I do not feel that I am from a certain ethnicity. De facto, I am a Slav. I do not feel that I have a name. I could be named whatever name. I do not feel that I am a certain age. Next, to be happy, a person does not need fancy stuff, including high technology or a luxury. Next, a person does not have to do anything, including to be always interesting, to achieve anything, to help his parents, or to help his child. If a person fails all life and dies miserably, it is okay. The person is okay. Okay. Next, it's not evil to think about anything, to look anywhere, to say anything, to dress anyhow, to be homosexual, to be transgender, or to make whatever art. To think, including to believe in whatever God. To dress, including like a transvestite does. No harm is done in the cases. Next, an animal is not evil. Next, a suicide is not evil. Next, hunting for fun is evil. Fishing is no different. Next, a state power is evil. Because a state is a ruler is a person, and most people are evil. Next, aesthetically, nature is not worse than art. Metaphorically, nature is a gift to a person. Next, a jobless person or a person who has a dirty job are not worse than other people. Next, usually a state should not interfere in a person's life, including there should not be enrollment and business should be free. Military enrollment. That is it, about 15 opinions. I said about evil while most people think that money is most important. It's okay. Sexually, people who are in love own bodies of each other. Sexually wise, if it's not painful, people who are in love should allow each other to do anything. A woman needs to release sexual tension too, but as I heard, a woman needs 3 times more time to have an orgasm than a man. Or cannot have an orgasm by a vaginal intercourse at all. A man should put effort, right? It is beneficial for men also. If a man comes before 10 minutes pass, it leads to impotence because sexual tension is not released. It is not how the body should work. Love is a dependency. Person 1 can lose a thing he likes, his loved one. Person 1 does not want it. Person 1 depends on his loved one's health and mood. Sometimes person 1 worries about his loved one. Love. Love makes a person a little happier. Because people in love have a similar opinion. A person enjoys that someone supports his opinion in a talk. Metaphorically, people who are in love are the same person. How can a person not support himself? People have different opinions. To find love, a person should talk about an opinion with 50 people. Talk meaning talk, not sex. Because sex does not learn an opinion. A person can find love among first people too. For example, in the fourth person. 50. So if a woman refuses to date, no problem. One star, one star fades away from the night sky. Not to mention that life is long. A man can offer her a date again. A man is shy. If a woman wants to meet a man, she should ask him on a date directly or sign up on a dating site. A woman can say, "Hello, I'm sorry to bother you. I know that it is unusual when a woman asks a man out, but as it is said, it is better to regret what you did than what you did not do. May I ask you out? We don't have to spend money. We can just walk and talk, or we can talk in a park. Maybe we have a similar opinion. Maybe we fit." Maybe the man will reply, "No, because it is me who wants to ask you out. May I ask you out?" If the man refuses for no reason, no problem. Who needs a man who does not believe in love? A woman can wear heels or sit in a park, but a modern man does not meet a woman on the street or in a park. A man is shy. A person should not refuse an offer to date. Because a person who offers to date can have a similar opinion. It can be love. A woman who is 25 can love a man who is 75, and vice versa. I am 31, and I can love a woman who is 81. It's not wrong. It is wrong to value what other people say more than love. Not to mention that other people say it out of jealousy. The other people will talk while I and the woman will be a little happier. A date should not be useless. A person should be prepared for a date. To do it, a person should learn his opinion. A person can ask himself, what is my opinion? About lifestyle, God, ethics, nature, politics, art, and so on. Litter in the street can be important too. Brushing teeth or reading a curious thing in order to tell it on a date are perfect, but not enough. On a date, a person should ask what opinion another person has. What do you think is important? Except to like or dislike stuff. If on a date a man does not tell about himself, it is scary. Does not tell about himself, meaning he is not open. Because a man is stronger than a woman, is more dangerous. As I heard, a man has 1.3 times more muscles. A man can begin a date by telling his age, where he studied, approximately where he lives, approximately where he works, about his mother, and so on. And his gang and his crime history, joking that he never committed a crime. This is what he can tell. A woman wants to ask about the things, but it is impolite. A man can solve it. There are so many people that there are many people with a similar opinion. There are many people whom a person can love. Love can be found again and again. A suicide because of love is groundless. Many people, yeah? People say that rabbits multiply, but it turned out that there are 8 billion people. Not to mention that, as I heard, a rabbit weighs just a few kilograms. Unrequited love does not exist. It does not exist when one person loves and another person does not. Because if a person's opinion is similar to another person's opinion, it is the same the other way around. A person can mistakenly think that he loves. If person 1 talks about opinions with the person whom person 1 thinks he loves, he will learn that the opinions are not similar, that he does not love. It is proved in 1 minute. People in love do not demand anything from each other because love is in their interests already. A seller does not fight with a buyer. They shake hands. Passing gas or burping in presence of each other are banned. It is not love. It is a torture. A competition with an ex-boyfriend or another boyfriend? It is not love. A woman saying that her man should protect her whatever means? It is not love. Protect including going to a war. A ruler gathers taxes, a ruler does not physically participate in a war, and a regular man has to die for a ruler. The only thing which people in love can demand from each other is to be, to live, to love, to be happier. And obviously, it's a metaphor. People in love do not demand anything from each other. In order to maintain love, people in love should not take a narcotic, including alcohol and tobacco, because an addict thinks about getting a dose, does not care about love. An addict does not love. It can be said, we stay together if we agree not to take a narcotic, without an exception, on a birthday too. I agree. In order to maintain love, a person should not quarrel about little things. A little thing is a thing which does not affect mood much. A person poops, sneezes, and will die. A person is not perfect. Nothing should be expected from a person. Not to mention that a person does not change. Unmarried people can love too. Marriage is nonsense. What can be more comfortable than to wear a ring? If I'm married, I will allow my woman not to wear a ring at all. There's no sense to tell a state, this is a person whom I love, to invite a state into an own life. As I heard, legally, marriage does not affect a child born outside of marriage. His parent has to care about the child just as he is born in marriage. As I heard, where I live, 88% of marriages end up with a divorce. With a divorce. We have papers about marriage and divorce which led nowhere. And the person says that an official is a bureaucrat. Joking. Marriage is okay. If a dice is rolled 10 times in a row, the dice shows marriage, and at the same time, if it is a person's wish on his deathbed. A short marriage is okay. Joking. A woman likes respect. A woman should be treated as equal and should not be offended. Because a man can live while a woman cannot just ask her unborn baby to live. Unborn baby to live. A man should be patient that a woman cannot have sex left and right. Also because it is thought that a woman is worse than a man. A woman is not worse because education-wise, whoever spends time on education becomes smart. A man likes praise. Praise, yeah, surprise. A man wants to be called beautiful, inspiring, talented, great, wow, and so on. A man can feel a little strange to be called beautiful, but it is solved easily. It can be said, by beautiful I mean that you are masculine beautiful. But leave him anyway. Joking. Is it a compliment for a man, I want a baby from you? Or a breakup phrase? Praise because a man wants to achieve something. Nevertheless, it is a mistake to use any of it because it's not about finding love, not about becoming a little happier. Now, just nonsense additions. A person who is less than 25 years old should study instead of finding love. If a woman studies, she has a well paid job, she is independent. She does not care that her man leaves her. Instead, it is he cares that she leaves him. A cleaner is useful, but no studying is needed to be a cleaner. Many people can be a cleaner. There is a person who agrees to work as a cleaner for little money. A cleaner earns little money. An intellectual property law lawyer is useless, but studying is needed to be a lawyer. Useless because the law stops progress. Different people can make similar inventions, but only one of the inventions is allowed. Only one of the inventors makes money. The inventor makes much money. He does not need money. He is not interested in inventing more. Next, smiling to a man is the women's way to meet a man. Next, offering a woman alcohol is men's way to have sex. It starts with women's smile and ends with alcoholism. Joking. Next, is it me or flowers are a strange gift? Useless dead things. Like to cut an arm and gift it. It is better to gift money than flowers. Next, after people talk about an opinion on a date, they need to spend some time together in order to learn that another person is not crazy or that he does not lie about his opinion. If a person says that an animal is not evil, a street cat scratches him and he punishes the cat, he lied. Yeah, he thinks that an animal can be evil. Next, love is not about beauty or riches. I cannot enjoy talking to a beautiful painting or a cash register. A person gets bored with another person's look in 10 days. Then what? Every 10 days a new love is needed. Like there is a factory which makes love. If a person gets into a car accident and a person becomes not beautiful, then what? No love for the end of life? Next, A woman should not care about beauty because if a man cares about it, no problem. It's not love anyway. If a person cheats, no problem. It is not love anyway. If a person leaves, no problem. It is not love anyway. Next, so-called love with the first sight is not love. It is just a person likes beauty. He wishes physical intimacy. Next, word beauty, which is about a person's body, can be the only disgusting word for me. Word beauty, which is about dressing well, art, or nature, is okay. Next, a woman should not surprise her man with a new dress every date. It is obvious that a woman does not have an unlimited number of dresses. If a woman wants to surprise her man, she can cook something a bit, and bring it to him on a date. It is personal, it is good. Next, love does not last 3 years because, as I heard, there is a similar number of divorces in the third year of marriage. A source of a statement that love lasts 3 years is a fiction book. Maybe an author did not mean it seriously. Next, it is less worrying to be with a person who has a similar opinion because there is less chance of violence and there is less chance of arguing. Next, love paradox is this. Is love possible when a person takes more than gives? When a person eats but does not help to cook, does not wash his dishes, and does not clean a table. Bam! Bam!